movies get a lot of criticism for over-the-top nature of their action sequences that have been showcased for several decades. When the basic concept of physics like gravity is completely taken out of the possibility of even consideration, then you are bound to get mocked by various critics. It's disheartening because when we look at international films and the attention to detail they have in action sequences, you are left mesmerized. And this is something that Indian audiences crave for. Just impressive shots and a well-designed choreography when it comes to action scenes. Not people flying at will and blocking bullets with bare hands. At the same time, it's also important to celebrate creators that have designed some great hand-to-hand combat or action sequences in Bollywood movies. The video will be focusing on some of the impressive one-on-one or one versus many situations in movies. So let's just get to it. Here is Tried&Refused Productions with the most well-choreographed and designed action scenes in Bollywood. Commando. I don't think it can be discounted that Vidyut Jamwal is one of the most underrated action heroes we have in the country today. In my opinion, the guy doesn't get enough credit despite proving himself as a credible artist. The 2013 action film Commando is just a representation of the man's talent. If you can start an action scene by doing a handstand and kicking a goon in the head that effortlessly, we need more projects with this guy. Roundhouse kicking bad guys, dodging constant swings of weapons with parkour, avoiding a running car by front flipping right over it and fitting through a goddamn standard car window. The guy is capable of anything. The great feature being that you know the actor is performing each and every stunt. Moves that only a physical specimen like he can pull off. We really hope the action hero who can move like Rey Mysterio from the WWE and dropkick moving cars bags bigger and better roles in the future. PADMAAVAT. So one of our favorite cinematic experiences in 2018 was undoubtedly PADMAAVAT, a film which despite backlash and controversy did exponential business in India and internationally. The cinematography by Sudeep Chatterjee led to impeccable frames and iconic sequences that really captivated audiences. One such scene which really grasped all our attention was the duel between Ratan Singh and Alauddin Khilji. As both the armies look at each other, the commanders ride their horses to face each other. 1 versus 1, a battle of honor and a determination of who is superior. Both the men charging at each other with their shield and sword in the dry desert landscape is vividly present in our memory. The battle goes back and forth, sometimes Ratan Singh overpowering Khilji and the tables turning instantly as Khilji bursts out in rage. The impressive feature of this sequence also is that it has long shots which constantly revolve around two characters, creating an atmosphere that makes the battle more real and an illusion that you are witnessing it live. One of the best moments is when Khilji goes in full rage as his headgear is off and Ratan Singh blocks each blow with his shield. Quite the iconic duel performed so well by both the actors. Ek Villain. Ek Villain, despite having many haters, being an official remake of I Saw the Devil and paling in comparison to the violent and dark nature of the original, it will be quite harsh not to praise the film for at least showcasing some great moments. As Guru has lost someone extremely dear to him, he is of the assumption that his ex-boss, Caesar, has carried out the murder. Guru, heading towards him with absolute rage and a feeling of loss, only sees red and bashes everything in his way. The scene of Guru encountering goons one by one is carried out with a wide frame and a camera which moves with him, without any cuts. Rather than each extra coming out of nowhere, there seems to be a gradual build-up as he is coming closer and closer to the mob boss. This sequence showcases a great combination of hand-to-hand combat and use of any weapon that is used against you. The fact that they did this entire scene in one long shot until he reaches Caesar is truly commendable and praiseworthy. Force. When you want to witness just brute strength and revenge ooze out in an action sequence, then the iconic sequence between John Abraham and Vidyut Jamwal is exactly that. A film which portrays the journey of a police officer and finally taking revenge on an evil individual who has killed the person closest to him. When he is confronted by the culprit, Vishnu Reddy, played by Vidyut Jamwal, all the viewers knew that the most intense action scene will ensue very shortly. Both male specimens, John Abraham representing brute strength and Vidyut Jamwal a little more athletically inclined, going toe-to-toe. The characters in battle try to focus all their strength on each of their weaknesses, which are wounds on their respective bodies. The most iconic moment in the sequence being when Abraham has overpowered Jamwal and punches him repeatedly until there is no chance of retaliation. Gruesome, real, bloody, and very entertaining. GHAJINI, an official remake of the 2005 Tamil film GHAJINI that released in 2008 and starred Amir Khan, featured an action sequence that many people don't talk about. See, we all know that many people love hating on GHAJINI because they think it's a dumbed down version of Memento, but Amir Khan transforming himself like that and some of the emotional moments really did make up for it. This action scene, however, stole the show in my opinion, as Sanjay is being escorted by Sunita to know about the whereabouts of GHAJINI the moment he knows who he is and only sees revenge in front of him. As the goons stop him on the way in a narrow lane, director A.G. Murgodas and cinematographer Ravi K. Chandran use several techniques to really bring out the intensity of the sequence. With the use of close-ups and a Dutch angle, Sanjay slaughters the initial resistance. A long shot of Sanjay annihilating them one by one. A brilliant POV shot from the perspective of the bad guy as Sanjay chokes him and bashes him from side to side. Or finally, even dealing with the conflict when he is surrounded from all sides. The entire sequence is complex yet extremely well thought out and shot. Rocky Handsome. Even though the film is an official adaptation of the intense and gritty South Korean film The Man from Nowhere, credit should be given to director Nishikant Kamath, who tried to do justice and in my opinion did exceedingly well with respect to the original gripping storyline. The action sequence we are mentioning in the video is pertaining to the attention to detail and complex choreography involving John Abraham's character Kabir, as he fights the villain Kevin's goons with a mere knife, using the martial arts technique famous in the Philippines known as Kali, which emphasizes on weapon-based fighting. Even though the sequence more or less mimics the convoluted action featuring in the original film, there are shots in Rocky Handsome which are creative and unique. The sheer wrath with which John Abraham executes each blow, you can truly feel the pain and frustration that Kabir is going through, a character of the perception that he has lost someone very close to him. A refreshing aspect of the sequence is also that it doesn't shy away from showcasing the brutality of these kind of brawls. Be it John cutting a man's leg ferociously or striking a goon behind him right in his eye. The sequence is exhilarating and such a need for action films in Bollywood. And that was the list, guys. Write it down in the comments below if you have some video ideas for our channel. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.